Hi everyone. Today's video is basically going to be about comparing some of your average engine oil versus the racing oil. Obviously I'm focusing more on racing oils, but at the moment I only have two to test, so I had this laying around. I figured we could get a good idea of how much better is racing oil than your average oil. The additives they put in it are much different than what you get in your everyday car. Because for one, a lot of the zincs will kill your catalytic converters. So you don't see the zincs and the phosphoruses that you do in the racing oils in your everyday average motor oils. So figured that I would throw a video together and just use a couple average things and just get an idea of how it goes. So basically we got the race all polished up. We have a brand new bearing here. We have some 1030 Castrol GTX and some Mobile 1030. I guess we're going to start with the Castrol, and then we'll clean everything all up and move on to that. See how them two compare. Obviously we know that the average racing oil so far is getting up to about 60 plus foot-pounds on a force. Obviously as of right now, VR1 is our top oil that we've tried. Made it to 79 foot-pounds versus 62 to 63. So let's see how much different we are looking. Try not to make a mess here. Okay. Turn the machine on. Grab a torque wrench here. Okay, still set to 100, so it should beep early. Alright, and right about the same level we were before. Right, too far. Right about there. So let's squealing before 20 foot-pounds. We topped out at 43 to stop the machine. So obviously much worse than what we normally test. Your racing oils, they didn't even start squealing till over 50 foot-pounds. So the squeal is obviously a lot of friction. It's doing damage. So let's see what kind of damage we have on this bearing. Obviously the racing oils weren't doing a ton of damage, but they were doing quite a little bit of damage. But compared to this, try to get you a good angle on it. It dug a nice groove into there. And you can see on the race where it tore it up pretty good. So far, we are proving what everyone figured. The average race oil is much better than the average oil that you can buy just for your car every day. So let's clean this thing up here. I'm going to dump this oil out and clean it all out. Bear with me. All right, all clean. Get the residue off of here. All right. polish up the race a little bit. Still got a few little spots in it. Okay. Spin the bearing here to a new spot. That way we can get a reading right next to each other and see how they do. All right. So now, let's see how Mobile 1 does. We know the Castrol stopped. It pretty much started squealing before 20 foot-pounds, so it stopped the machine right around 43. It's the last reading I had on the torque wrench. See how this does versus the other. Ultimately, you wouldn't want to put this stuff in your race engine because it's clearly not working that well. Torque wrench is set. All right, let's see how we do. Got a little smoke off of that one. And it went 42 was the max we've seen. It realistically stopped around 40 though. And it looks like it did more damage. So, Mobile 1 versus Castrol. Castrol looks like it's a little bit better of an oil. So, as you can see, damage to the race again. Then let's go over here, and you can see the marks right next to each other. The Mobile 1 is a little bit worse off than the Castrol GTX was. So, comparing what these things are doing versus race oils, obviously run a race oil in your race engine. This stuff isn't going to protect it very well. Wasn't designed for racing, obviously, so doesn't have the same additives and packages that the race oils do. It's not designed for all of that. So, well, I guess that's the end of today's video. Like and subscribe, everyone. Have a good day.